Hello, everyone. Welcome to 10 Dead Rats, an old-school D&D and Warhammer Fantasy mashup, played here for your delight and amusement. Welcome.
Welcome.
Let's see, what exciting news do we have fit to share? We are still running our Tiltify fundraiser for the Bell Project. The Bell Fund? No, the Bell Project. God, I always want to call it the Bell Fund. It's the Bell Project. Yes, we're up to, I think, about $150 of our $500 goal for the month of June. So I'm going to post the link here in the chat for folks. There it is. Please consider send $1, send two, send five, send whatever you can. It's very much appreciated.
$150.
Hey, $1 is better than no dollars.
I just really like the idea. No, there's nothing wrong with $1 donations. I just really like the idea of getting a flash of $1 at the top of there, like 7-8 times by the same person, Morse coding us messages. Like, that was not trying to insult $1 donations. It's the idea that you can do a lot of them and stretch your message far.
Really what you're doing is goal setting.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. What else? Does anybody else have any other news to share with our fine viewers tonight? That sounds like a no. Okay, great. All right. Well, let's get headed into tonight's exciting episode of 10 Dead Rats. Last week was an exciting episode in which our friends and compatriots found themselves on the River Bogen, traveling northward to Altdorf to escape Bogenhofen. They took portage on a small boat, headed up to Altdorf, I believe ultimately wishing to get to Grissenwald, but no ships were headed straight there, so they decided Altdorf was a good port to get to redirect back to Grissenwald. Along the way, our adventurers were pressed into service as lookouts and polers of the boat. And along the way, they discovered some sights of floating dead bodies coming down the river, or at least one. And looking forward, they discovered a boat adrift in the river, and they decided to pull up alongside it and check it out, and in doing so were attacked by vile mutants. In particular, one swooped down out of the sky on wing, and two more lurked in the shadows of the interior of the boat. And much to Indigo's chagrin, one lurked outside the boat in the river itself and attempted to pull him to his death with its disgusting tentacles.
Disgusting.
Barely managing to fend it off, the party killed the other three mutants. The tentacled being in the water managed to slither away, unknown whereabouts. And in the end, our friends went below decks into the cargo hold and discovered perhaps a young woman hidden there by the name of... Did you guys get her name? Renat.
No.
We did.
Oh.
Yes. By the name of Renat, who seemed very nervous and frightened of being attacked, but believe was left to her own recognizance down there as the party tried to regather themselves to deal with their stowaway survivor. Unclear.
Survivor.
So that's where we begin tonight. Aboard this boat left adrift in the River Bogen. I think that the party is still on deck and debating what's to be done.
It was just decided that these two were going to go below deck, and that Trebbiano should, quote, deal with all these corpses, unquote. So
And
I don't
what is
I don't
Treviano
know what
doing
that's
to
going to mean.
deal with the corpses?
Literally nothing right now. Like, he's just happy he's on a
Nothing.
boat. He's not doing much.
Yep,
not
all
hard
3
to please.
corpses are accounted for. Actually, more than 3 corpses
Check.
because you found a couple additional ones, apparently victims of the mutants, perhaps the original owners of the boat. I believe there were 3 additional ones, so perhaps 6 total corpses aboard the boat for Treviano to deal with.
Great job, Trev.
Thanks.
Yeffy and Bruno then are headed below.
Yeah.
I guess so.
I think Bruno, you're supposed to go, check out this lady, make sure she's, in tip-top shape or whatever. And I'm there to, look around.
Okay. I'll check to
I'm
see
not
if she's
gonna-
not a mutant. That's actually probably something we should watch out for.
What?
She's
Are you serious?
Yeah, she's like one of those mutants who is in disguise as a regular person.
If you look super nervous now, she's twitchy and.
Huh.
Oh.
Most people usually
that's-
don't take this as seriously as I think they should, so this is a nice reaction.
Oh well, yeah, that's the growth. That's a problem.
Yeah.
So how can you tell? How can you tell?
Well, to be fair, usually they have wings or steel for skin or hoof feet, but so without that, it can be a little tough.
Okay, so how do you, if they don't have those things, then?
Sort of play it by ear. It's kind of a gut instinct thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Even as a doctor.
Yeah. So have you run across that before? Is that something you've done?
Well, there was this guy way back who I missed it on because he had terrible boils, and I thought those were regular boils, but it turns out they were mutant boils. So if she's got boils, probably a mutant.
Ipso facto.
Oh.
All right, let's check it out. Let's find some boils.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds. Yeah, I listen to about facts. Facts matter to me. Let's go. Let's go do this.
It's more of an instinct than a fact, I think. But
instinct. Oh, that boil looks. That's not a normal foot boil that you get from walking around in bad shoes. This is.
Is that something? I've never worn
smelly
shoes, so I don't really. Is that something that happens? I just.
Yeah, I think so. Remember that time Indigo
might be
was
a couple
wearing
of
those
people
really
I thought
fancy
were,
shoes?
Yeah. Did he get boils? Because I would have probably called him a mutant and recommended his eradication. It's a good thing. All right, I just won't look at her feet. I'll just assume feet are kind of outside of my expertise. Okay, great.
Let's go down. We creep down into the hold hall.
Yes.
Yeffy's now slinking around the wall. She's gripping onto the wood and looking around is it
just barreling forward? No concern for stealth.
Fine, Bruno. Fine.
So Yeffy, as you approach the hole into the hold, there is a small ladder with 2 hooks on the top that are just looped onto just hooking onto the top of the deck, and then it leads down into the hold. So you climb down first, leading the way. Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Slowly.
Yeah, after you.
Looking around.
Excellent.
I don't see a lady down here yet. It's kind of dark.
Yeah, it is fairly dark. Let's see. You see a fair number of crates. Looks like they are well packed to the sides and the fore and aft of the boat. The area right below you is kept nice and clear. So there's a big open space there where the sun comes streaming down from above and to illuminate this portion of the hold. But yeah, you don't see a person immediately. You reach the bottom of the ladder and set foot onto the floor, onto the lower deck.
Hey, Bruno, they didn't find this lady in a box, did they?
Hey, did you guys find this lady in a box?
They're not down here,
We're
Bruno. We're alone.
Yeah, I
together
haven't climbed down yet,
in this
right?
hole.
Bruno is, assuming, at the top of the ladder, unless you are headed down.
Okay.
Bruno,
Yeah, I
you tell
haven't
me.
climbed down, yeah. Was this lady
we
in a
did.
box?
She's in a box in the back.
Okay, no. She is in a box. You go check in towards the back. There's a box. If there's a lady in there, just holler, and I'll climb down. If it's a
Her name is
mutant,
Renat.
also holler.
You know what happened last time we found someone in a box?
What?
A ghost.
Oh, it was a ghost. Well, actually, it was a vampire, but yeah. She wasn't a
Saying that word, I
vampire,
don't-
right? Indigo? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Trust Indigo.
Well, you know. Yeah.
All right. I kind of slowly shuffle back and forth across the floor towards some boxes, which I'm sure there's like a dozen boxes in this room. And Yeffy will go, Renat?
You see, as your eyes adjust to the darkness of the lower deck as you move further away from the opening in the sunlight, you can see towards the back, amongst the boxes, there appears to be the silhouette of a young woman. She's somewhat hidden behind a box. She's kind of taking a little bit of cover, peering around. She holds a knife in her hand. Clearly looks more like an eating utensil than a weapon. She has long dark hair, kind of a little bit frizzy, but tied back in a headscarf. She wears loose fitting, flowing clothes. And she leans around and Pearson says, "Who's that?"
Deborah.
Hello,
My
Deborah.
friend said you were down here. Are you okay?
She she edges her way a little bit out. You can see more of her figure. But again, the light is just barely kind of illuminating her face a little bit. And she says, and you are with the others who killed the mutants? She's still kind of holding her knife somewhat defensively in front of her.
Uh-huh.
And your name is Deborah. Deborah is a lady's name? Yes?
Yes.
That's a rude question.
Deborah is a lady's name.
But,
Elegant.
Yes.
And refined.
Yes.
Like
yes.
me. You know. Yes.
All right. I'm gonna
Yeffy, make me a fellowship roll.
Name's Deborah. Deborah.
11.
11.
Gazette,
She timidly kind of comes a little bit more forward. She's maybe about 5 feet from you now, but still, her hand relaxes a little bit, and she peers at you and says, "Oh, you're a dwarf.
Yeah.
I did not realize. I thought you were like my grandma, who is small and a bit hunched over, and she has the same, but she has a cream. Anyway, it's not important."
No, it's not important. I'm proud of this. Thank you. Yes, I'm a dwarf. Yeah,
I see.
we're short, kind of stocky people. And I'm also a lady. That's what you're very astutely pointed out.
Yes,
that
of
okay
course,
with
of
you?
course. I'm sorry. I did not mean any insult. I'm just a little thrown. It's been quite a day.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put both of my daggers in between my teeth, and then climb down the ladder.
Okay. Okay, great. So you start climbing down. You're about halfway down when Renat looks over in your direction, and she says, "Oh, mon Dieu, young man, get off of that ladder with those sharp things!" And she comes running over and reaches up to grab you and pull you down. She pulls you down off the ladder and sets you on the ground. You should be ashamed of yourself, young man. What are you doing with those in your mouth? Spit those out right now.
No, I'm not a
Is this your
young
son?
man.
She turns to you, Yeffy. Is this your son?
No. That's
Very
No.
dangerous. Very
No.
dangerous. And she takes one of your
No.
daggers. She reaches down.
No,
she takes
okay. Excuse me. That's a medical
Whoa,
implement.
lady.
That's not. You can't
Yeah.
just be
You should
waving
not
that
be
around.
playing with these things. You are much too young.
No.
Oh, no,
I'm gonna
no, no,
need.
no, no.
I'm just. Give me that. I need the. Yeah.
Listen, Renat, this is Bruno. He's a surgeon.
Right,
He's
I'm
not a
a,
little boy.
Of course, you are a surgeon. She reaches down, she pats you on the head. You are just the cutest little surgeon. She pinches your cheek. Oh,
He's a halfling.
I'm going bald. I'm not a child. I'm an adult.
Yeah.
yes,
This
I am
isn't a
sure.
hairdo. This is a.
This was not a choice, and Yeffy just takes her hand and just rubs him on the head like, this is not a choice. This is a genetics or whatever they
I'm
call
so
it.
sorry.
That is nice though.
That must be. It's not. Well, I'm sure it's just a. I'm sure you will grow out of it.
No. This is my maximum height. I'm a tall adult male halfling. Amongst my people, this is quite tall.
He's one of them really smart children. One of them really smart children who are like almost like adults because they're so smart. One of them,
It must be very difficult with the hair and the smart.
This is
prima
very
donnas
smart.
or whatever they
The
call
other
it.
children must
society.
give you a terrible time. My poor darling. She
They
kneels
do,
down
but
and she
that's
gives you a big
beside
hug.
Okay, all right.
Hug.
Okay. Great. I check her back for suspicious boils while she's hiding.
Excellent. Give me a roll me an agility test.
Uh, 20 the hard way.
Okay. No, that feels like a normal back to you. You don't feel any boils.
Okay.
No warts.
Bruno
No
touched
lumps.
a lot of backs.
No strange.
Look, in the army, it's mostly back surgery. Okay, now I just need to do a quick examination to make sure you're not also a mutant.
She gives you a light slap on the cheek. Fresh! My goodness! Examination indeed. Where are your parents? I must find them. She starts climbing the ladder.
No.
Hello?
I look.
Hello?
Okay, I examine her feet as she goes up.
Give me an intelligence test.
Got here. Oh my god. Well, 3. So.
Yeah, she's wearing
Ups and
shoes.
downs.
Definitely has shoes on.
Damn, always the shoes. All right.
So Indigo and Trebbiano, you now see the young woman head up the ladder. She climbs up the ladder and she looks around and she says, "Where is the parents of?" And then she sees the corpses laid out on the desk and she kind of just stops and covers her mouth with a silent shriek.
She looks better, I think. What do you think, Indigo?
I think we could have dealt with these a little bit more. She looks great, though. Yeah, he's recovered.
You think we did a good job? What do you mean deal with them? Are you going to touch these? Yeah.
Yeah, you got. Indigo's just going to start dragging one of the bodies into the little cabin of this, or at least dragging the bodies in a row and trying to cover them if you can find a tarp.
Sure. So you're kind of lining them up. Look at you look around for some spare sailcloth or something to cover them up.
Yeah.
As you're doing that, she comes over. Nope. Where are their names? There they are. Man, sorry guys. It's here somewhere for sure. There it is. Okay, so she heads over. She heads over to where you've laid out one of the corpses, and she kind of kneels down and just kind of puts her hand on the shoulder, and you hear her say, "Oh," you overhear her just say, "Oh, Albrecht." Yeffy and Bruno, what are you two doing?
What? Well, that was a rude conversation.
Listen, I would have just
think
gone
you
with
might
it,
be.
Just one of them smart kids.
I'm not a smart kid.
He's a
I'm an
doctor.
average, intelligent adult.
You could get like a bard to play a little do 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 doo doo, song that goes behind
No,
you.
I'm not. I'm not a gimmick. I'm a valuable part of this organization.
Yeah, she
This
just
is-
doesn't know about us.
I'm gonna go
drag.
No. I'm climbing up the ladder. Ah, God. Yeah.
You
Put
your
my
daggers
daggers wherever I
in your
feel
mouth.
like, back in my mouth.
Yep.
Can you make him
Why don't
roll?
those-
Because if he lost a tongue, I think it would be really good for all of us.
I think Yeffy is going to slowly slink back to where she was hiding and see if she has any stuff. What might be in her stuff? Is there something suspicious? Is there mutant stuff? What even is mutant stuff? Yeffy doesn't know. Yeffy could try to figure it out.
Clothes with extra armholes.
Roll
Right?
roll me an intelligence test. Yeah.
Oh, God. 6.
Excellent. So poking around back here, all you're finding ultimately are stacked crates which appear to be full of raw wool.
Well, so
Isn't
not
that
a
what
wedding
was being-
reception.
Is wool what we were hauling on the ship we're traveling on?
Oh, I'm
too?
sorry. Wool is what you're hauling on there. I totally got that wrong. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Could be a wedding
You're
reception.
absolutely right, Max. You guys are hauling wool. They would have something
That's
else.
our wall.
Yeah.
They would have something else.
Maybe it's a lucrative wool trade.
You don't know.
It's a lot of money in wool.
Okay, actually, it's coal. Coal. In the
Coal.
crates. Coal. Lumps of coal.
Oh. So, not a wedding reception. Check. Well, one day my day will
Probably not.
come. Cool. Okay. Yeah, Yeffy's just gonna snoop around a little bit.
Okay.
And then she'll go up.
Great. Bruno, you reach the top of the ladder, and you can see now that Indigo has laid out the 6 bodies, 3 mutants, three humans along the side of the rail there. And the young woman is knelt down next to one of the bodies and is just kind of looking at the body with her hand on its shoulder. You also notice at this point one of the sailors from the boat that you were on, which is now lashed to the side of this boat, comes as walked up to the rail, and he looks at you, Indigo, as you're sort of arranging the corpses, and he says, "Oh, well, is it done then? Is it it's all right?"
As it can be. There are no more mutants, at least. Looks like we fought them off.
Good. Well, what should we do? Should we unlash the boat and move along?
I'm going to ask Renat, and I'll say, I'm sorry to interrupt you, miss, but is your boat also headed to Altdorf?
What? Oh, no. She looks up. No, we were. We were on our way from Altdorf. Well, actually, from Weissbruck, we were headed to Bogenhafen.
Well,
Indigo,
So-
can you explain to her that I'm an adult? Just real quick, that we were in the army together. And that
Bruno, I'm busy.
Yeah.
We got really
this-
more important. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't-
Listen.
No, I don't think so.
I'm
I understand this is a difficult time, but are you to Bogenhafen?
I'm sorry. I could not understand.
Are you still planning on going to Bogenhafen?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I shall go now. Fritz and Albrecht and Heidi are all dead. I don't know what will become of me.
This is sad.
Who were they? Your family or?
Not really. they were family. Fritz, and she motions to the older gentleman, owns the boat, and his son Albrecht, and this is Albrecht's wife Heidi. They worked the boat. They hired me to, to cook and to clean, and to help where I could. But when the boat was attacked, I saw this horrible face and these giant wings, and I just fled below and hid amongst the boxes, and well, now here we are.
Well, that was smart.
Maybe we can take you back to Weissbruck. We can give this family a proper burial, and then you can decide what to do from there.
Yeah, okay.
I think Trebbiano can give him a proper burial right here. Right?
Or
we're
we can go back to
burying.
Weissbruck and give them a proper burial in Weissbruck.
I like
Where
that
they're
idea a
from.
little more. Yeah.
Not to complain, but the last time we thought we were carrying dead bodies to the place they're supposed to be buried, it did not turn out well.
You can always draw parallels to that. If we're going to be hung up on that for the rest of our lives, we're never going to get out and do anything.
You just think we wouldn't
Eventually
see
you
so
gotta
many
trust the
parallel
dead,
situations. Yeah. Never.
At this point, you see Bernhard Dampfer, the captain of the Maria Borger, the boat from whence you came, which is still lashed to the side, walk up to the rail, and he looks at your group as who have all gathered around the corpses, and he says, "Well, it's time. We must continue. We must unlash and move along. What is the holdup?"
Just a moment. I huddle my guys. So, can we just take this boat?
I'm not a lawyer.
I don't see a good reason why not.
We don't have enough people to sail it.
It's a tiny boat, whatever.
Maybe we can hire people. Anyway, I think we got to deal with the newly deceased first, whatever we do with the boat.
What? Put it in the river? No.
Well, no, not
Toss them right
them.
over.
I mean, the mutants we got to dump into the river, but this family
No!
should be buried. What?
No. Listen.
What, do you want to keep them on board?
We can pull over and dump them onto the side of the bank, but we are not putting these in the river.
Let's just burn them.
Not on the boat.
Where?
Yeah, why not?
It is a wooden boat, and it
doesn't
carries
catch
coal.
I didn't look to see what it was carrying.
Hey guys, there's a bunch of coal down here in this hole.
Wow, amazing! I don't think we should light a fire on this boat.
Are we taking this boat or what? Trib, you can sail it, right? I mean, I don't never sailed a boat, but we learned a bunch of things on that love boat that we were on previously with the vampire, as you call it. Still think it's a ghost. And oh yeah, and there's those dead bodies and stuff, and then we could get rid of that stuff we trapped in. No offense, mister.
That's a good point.
I got booted. Did you hear me?
Oh,
No,
you're
sorry.
back.
We hear you now.
We did not hear you.
Okay, sorry. My character had said we saved the lives of everyone on our former vessel, and therefore were owed leave to take a new vessel.
That seems legally suspect, but...
Oh, who are you to talk?
So, are we going to Weissbruck?
Or not?
I think we should take the boat and go to Weissbruck. Yeah. We can do two birds, one stone. Come on. When are we going to get on the
Okay.
boat, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we can
That's
tell
our
the
way,
call, too.
Think of what the name of this book is. We're going to need a boat.
We're gonna
Sorry
do
to
a bigger boat.
metagame, but...
All right, and Renat can just keep keep doing all the cooking and cleaning like she was originally going to do on the boat.
Yeah, she seems trustworthy.
Well, she seems like I'm like 80% she's not a mutant, so
Okay,
we should keep an eye on her.
I wasn't being sarcastic. I was being you know.
It's hard to say sometimes.
What?
Yeah.
Indigo's gonna walk over to where the boats are lashed up, and he'll shout back up at the captain, and he'll say, "Captain, I think we can. We'll stay on this barge, and we'll up with you to Weissbruck. At least we should bring this woman home and give the deceased a good burial."
You wish to wish to claim it as salvage.
Have you seen anything wrong with this boat, Trib?
I mean, at the very least, we gotta bring it back. We gotta bring this woman back home.
Like
and all of these deceased.
What is it carrying? What kind of cargo is this?
Coal?
6 dead bodies.
6 dead bodies.
Coal, you say?
Coal.
All right. Well, I will not. I'm not refunding your fees.
You should. We found
Okay.
a bunch of coal.
Refunding the fact that we saved your life, so it's a deal.
All right. He goes. He says, "Unties them. Let's be going."
Nice.
They start unlashing the boats,
Lucky
and two of the sailors pick up the big poles and head towards the back and start pushing the Maria Borger on.
Are there poles on this boat?
Has a sail, actually.
Let's have a sail, you
Has
guys.
a sail.
I've never seen a boat like that before. This is fancy. Trib, you're not a sail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. What do I have to roll, Paul? Because
Right,
And
so
nothing
we-
about the boat, right? Like the mutants didn't do any damage to the boat, right?
No,
We
it
all
looks
checked
like
that
we're
before
sure
we made
we
this
sail,
deal,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
you
the-
would have
the
seen that
boat-
when you went below deck.
The boat itself appears to be in reasonably good shape.
You would have known if it was sinking when you went below deck. If the floors were wet.
You're not seeing that it's taken on any. That has taken on any water. You don't see any real serious damage. Trebbiano, you from your experience as a sailor, think that it seems to be in reasonably good shape. And at the moment, you don't have to roll anything. If you want to, I assume you have the background to make the boat go. It's more in cases of duress. If you encounter bad weather or unusual circumstances or whatnot, then we'll get to dice.
Cool.
But for just the basic day to day of making it go, you don't.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a
you know
rudder-based navigation. Like it's take the rudder, move your hand. It's not hard.
Great.
According
I
to the
heard it's not
diagram you
hard.
sent us last week.
Sounds great. So, Renat, show me the kitchen. What do we got for foodstuffs on this lovely vessel?
Well, there's not much. We're very close to close to our destination. There's not much, and we did some fishing, but here we go. There's your diagram of your newly acquired boat.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's She says, well, there's some. We have some supplies, and there's there's a. She brings you into the cabin, and there's some supplies, some very very basic mess supplies there. You can tell from looking around it. Basically, it was just the four of them on this boat, her and Fritz and Albrecht and Heidi, and so there's sort of four cots in here in the cabin. They're actually two. They're double bunked. They're just hammocks strung up on one side. And then on the other side there is like a stone, almost like a butcher block kind of thing that can be used for cutting up food. And then she has a small brass, like a brazier that has a metal plate that can set on top of it for basic cooking. It's nothing fancy, and she shows you the supplies. There's enough supplies for maybe another 2 days on sea for 4 people. Little things like basic stuff, biscuit, some hardtack. Nothing highly appetizing.
Do we know how far we are from Altdorf from here?
Excellent. Sure. So, you are about 5 miles south of where the River Blut joins the River Bogen. So each hex on your map is about 5 miles. So you're still a good day and a half from Weissbruck, and then probably another and then probably another day and a half up the Weissbruck Canal to Altdorf, if you wished to continue in that direction.
So we have enough supplies to get back to Weissbruck, and we'll restock there.
Great.
Okay. Wow.
Great. Okay.
All right.
That's great. Any idea why do the mutants normally attack on the river? Is that a thing? Do mutants just attack people? I'm really unfamiliar with the mutant life.
They're mutants. They're just terrible. Yeah. What else are they going to do?
Oh.
Other than kill?
Start a club.
No, that's just
Start a club.
They're too busy just being horrible mutants infested with chaos. Just starting to kill, maybe have debauches.
All right. Well,
But I bet
I would
mostly kill, yeah.
suggest that we start some cooking. Indigo, you should probably lay down.
Huh?
Didn't
Okay.
you almost die?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like twice, almost die.
Almost going into the river, but
You don't
besides
go to the
that,
river with a tentacle monster. Oh,
But
Yeah.
you killed the tentacle monster, right?
no.
Jeez, let's get out of here.
So there's still a tentacle monster just kind of floating around, just anxious for bloody vengeance on the 3 adults, 1, let's be honest, perfectly innocent child who just happened to be along for the ride and killing all his friends.
I wouldn't say anxious for vengeance.
Did you ask?
But
Did you ask him if he
can't
was dragging you into the water with his creepy tentacles to kill you in cold blood?
Yeah, if he's going to start
No,
to cook.
but I assume he what?
Excellent.
All right, let's batten down the hatches and sail the mizzenmast or whatever it takes to get this thing, a chugging. Trebbiano.
Going. Like I guess my character adjusts the length and angle of the sail such that it is compatible with the wind, and then rudders.
Excellent. Yeah, it's mostly working the rudder at this point, just to swing it around.
Got it.
Although now, it was kind of just drifting with the river down towards the Bogen, down towards Bogenhafen. Sorry. Now that you are, let me make sure I'm getting the direction of the river right. But I believe you're headed upriver. Which I might be wrong about that. You probably headed downstream towards Altdorf. There are mountains. It must be going that way. Yeah, actually. Okay, yeah. So if anything, it's swing it around, and you don't need much wind. It'll move along with the river, and you get her going. It takes a little bit of effort. For just one person to do it's quite difficult. You know all the things to do, but you need extra hands, and so you rope some of the others into helping and shout orders and whatnot.
What a good day!
But you get the boat underway.
Cool.
And you start sailing for what remains of the day? Yeffy cooks up some food.
And I get out some of my stolen wine from Rugen's there.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Let's toast to a successful trip.
And are the bodies still laid out on the deck?
All
Can't throw 'em in the
stinky
river.
array.
We can pull over and dump them onto the bank, but we're not putting them in the river.
Okay, well,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
do
start.
some. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, they're probably gonna start to smell and attract birds. So maybe we.
They're wrapped
put
up,
'em-
right?
Yeah, we wrapped them up.
I've got a tarp over them.
Oh, they're
There's
just
a-
got a tarp. They're very fancily
Yeah.
wrapped by being
No.
not wrapped with a tarp on
yeah.
top.
Yeah, there's a bit of old sailcloth kind of covering them up a little bit, but it's not much.
There's some boxes downstairs. We can stuff them in a box.
Ugh.
That's a good
I'm sorry.
idea.
Thank you, Bruno.
Is it though?
Yeah. Yeah, as long as they don't come back as ghosts or anything like the last time, it should be no problem. Okay, so I'm going to examine the mutant corpses just to get
Okay.
a better, intellectual understanding of mutation and anatomy. And then I'm going to stuff them into one of the more empty coal containers downstairs.
Okay, none of the containers downstairs are empty. They're all full of coal. Completely full boxes of coal. Why would you carry
I'll
empty boxes?
I'll shovel a little coal out. We'll just make a nice little corpse-sized
No.
divot
Oh,
in,
don't do that,
in the boxes.
Bruno. It's very easy
Well, we're
for a
not leaving them out
living
here.
person to get into a box. It's very difficult to stuff a dead body into a box. You got to break a lot of bones, all right? And then it gets all gross, and it's just bad. Just leave them on
Well,
the deck.
Treviano doesn't want to just toss them. They're going to sit on the deck. They're going to attract
What?
nasty elements.
What?
Are-
Oh, you mean like tossing
nasty
them into the river and attracting potentially a bunch of horrible tentacle creatures? Okay, fine. You want to do it your way? Let's do it your way. See who dies.
Yeah, that's going to attract them where we toss them, and we're going to be elsewhere because we'll be moving. All right, let's just leave them on the deck. No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll leave them. I'll do my medical exam, determine
Cool.
exactly how they are horribly mutated, and then we'll just leave them wrapped up.
Roll me an intelligence check, Bruno, and use your surgery bonus.
Natural 20.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, very interesting. They look like normal Empire citizens, except each one has some unusual aspect to them. One of them has clearly grown large bat-like wings out of its back. You can see that it has cut some holes in its doublet there for the wings to come through, but otherwise looks like a normal person. You notice that the another one has just this very heavy metallic skin. Its skin is a little bit shiny and a little bit kind of gray, and it's not like solid metal, but it definitely it's definitely much tougher than normal skin. And the third one is just covered in feathers, like strange feathers growing out of it. Again, apart from those aspects, they look like normal people, and you don't find anything unusual about them except for those strange aspects. Now, please make me a willpower test.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Actually, this will be a willpower save.
problem.
You will get to add your level.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
8.
Excellent. Yeah. So you've thoroughly examined them. You've stripped clothing off. In some cases, you made incisions. There was some blood got out. You're a bit of a mess at the end of it. That you've been as tidy as you could possibly attempt to be, but you're sure that no foul mutant chaos effects have gotten onto you in any way.
Oh, great. Well, that's good to know. I'll just go socialize within 6 feet of the rest of my party.
Just do me a favor and just make a box or something on your character sheet somewhere and just put a 1 in it. And just write corruption over that and just don't worry about that. It's fine. It's totally fine.
All right.
Okay, great.
Just not worry about this? Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Totally fine. Okay.
Ugh. Mutants.
Great.
I throw a crown into the river as a triumph for not throwing bodies into the river.
Excellent.
Praise Manon.
Excellent.
Does Manon need money?
You spend the afternoon
Which is an
sailing.
offering?
And nothing untoward happens. You unfurl the sail a little bit to catch a little bit of wind, but you don't need a lot because you are going with the flow of the river. You pass by the confluence with the River Blut, and you get there's a little push where the boat speeds up a little bit, and you have a little wee moment. And then it starts to get dark, and you wonder, now what? It's starting to get dark, a little too dark by which to sail the boat. What do you want to do?
Over the sails, rotate watch. Yeah, is there a capstan? Is there a place to lower an anchor?
There is an anchor. Capstan is generous term for yeah. You lower down an anchor. And it was on an old rusty chain that's just kind of wound around a central wooden pillar, which clearly very manual. You lower the anchor, you furl the sails, and you're just going to stop right there in the middle of the river?
I guess so. Let's take some shift watches, fellas.
Okay.
Is this what does the Maria Borger do?
It's going the other way, right?
No, the Maria Borger is going to Weissbruck. Yeah. And it doesn't have a sail, and it's been poling. Actually, let's see if the two of you outpaced each other or not. Yeah, you with the extra power of the sail, you kind of left the Borger behind a while ago.
Oh,
Nice.
whatever, I guess.
Should we pull over?
Yeah, we can. We can pull over to whichever side we drop the anchor from.
I mean, your recollection from having passenged on boats in the past is that you don't want to get so close to the shore that you ground yourself. So you might get a little over to one side or the other, but most boats really do just toss anchor and stop for the night, wherever they are.
Okay.
Put a little lantern out so that...
Unless cases where there's like a town or something you can pull in, or even occasionally there were just sort of, if the river was next to a road and there was a roadside inn, they might pull over to go stay there instead of on the boat.
Right.
Sorry, Yeffy, did you have a question?
Do you know if like a lantern out, Paul, so that other ships who might still be sailing your path and can kind of see you?
Yeah, typically, you would want to leave a light out, usually on either end of the boat.
Great.
Sounds good. Who's watching first? I can watch in first. Okay, you can.
This is good because we only have 4 beds.
Yeah, it works. We're gonna hot rack, like in the good old days.
Yeah. Just like with the company.
Ouch.
Okay, so you take it in turns, keeping watch. What's the order?
I'm gonna go first. Treb second.
This. Oop. This.
Yeah.
Oh, third watch.
So if he's last.
That's the worst one.
Mm-hmm.
Third watch is the worst watch.
No matter what.
the sleepiest one, and then you got to go back to sleep, but you can't sleep for that long because the last watch isn't that long. Anyway, it's fine.
Indigo, as you're up keeping watch and walking around on the deck first, and the others go to bed, you notice that Renat is also kind of up and about and moving around the deck as well.
Okay.
Not really moving. She occasionally she shifts, but she just kind of sits on the deck and looks out on the river.
Okay. So you've been sailing long?
Oh dear.
Small talk.
Yes, for a few years now. I don't know what I will do now. Where are we headed? We're going to back to Weissbruck.
Weissbruck, yeah. Is that where these folks were from?
No, I do not know where they were from. We never stayed anywhere very long. We moved from town to town, picked up goods in one place, and buy coal in Weissbruck and bring it to Bogenhafen, buy wool in Bogenhafen, bring that back up to Altdorf. That was the life.
Well, I think once we give them a proper burial in Weissbruck, our plan is to keep sailing up to Altdorf. You're welcome to join us if you'd like, I suppose.
You will pay?
Well, we can. We're not exactly a wealthy bunch ourselves, but we come into money now and again.
You have a full cargo of coal?
We do right now, but we're not exactly merchants, so...
No, you would. I mean, you're bringing it back to Weissbruck. You're not going to make much profit selling it there.
No. Yeah, that's the joke. Our end goal was actually to go to Grissenwald.
Oh.
So I don't know what the price of coal is in Grissenwald, but maybe we could sell it there.
That is far, Grissenwald.
Yep.
That is almost to Nuln.
We had our full of Bogenhafen last time we were there.
Uh-huh. You should pick up some paper in Altdorf. Get a good price for that in Nuln.
Oh, good to know.
Well, I'll go to bed. Good night, Indigo.
Good night.
She heads off to bed.
Great.
Okay. Otherwise, the night goes peacefully. Each of the four of you taking your watch in turn. Has anybody had any other discussions to be had over the course of the night? It goes peacefully, and morning comes. You find yourselves on board your boat. You wake actually to the smell of Renat making some breakfast.
Oh.
Finally.
There's a little bit of roast fish happening. Apparently there was a little bit of fresh caught fish from yesterday still left over, which she cooks up for breakfast, along with some of the ship biscuit. She seems a little more chipper this morning.
Give me a good ship biscuit.
Ship skid. Ship. This ship.
Good morning. God, I can't decide on her accent at all. Good morning, everyone. It's fine.
Wow,
it's fine. She has a European accent. Don't worry about it. European.
Yeah. It's called Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Well, this is great. We should have a full-time cook or something. This is not having to eat Yeffy's. Eat Yeffy's cooking.
If he doesn't cook, what?
I just did. I cooked for you last night with the wine. Yeah.
Oh,
and most
wine
of the
was
dinner
great.
probably was the wine. Yeah, you don't complain about the wine. The wine. That's how it is. Uh-huh. You don't like good dwarven cooking. Fine. It's hearty. It's
I
here
bet
on
good
your chin
dwarven
and
cooking
chest.
I would like.
Oh my god.
She sits down at the table as you guys are all eating, and she says, "So, I hear you are headed to Grissenwald."
Where did you hear that?
Uh,
With your giant mutant ears that can hear our
oh my
thoughts?
calm
I
down.
told her
Calm
with my mouth.
Thank-
With my regular human mouth.
Okay, that's fine too.
Bruno, you must be careful. I know you are still young, but people will take you seriously if you constantly are accusing people of being mutants. It's very dangerous. Be careful there.
Yeah, be careful there, little Bruno.
Don't you start. Don't.
Listen, I will make you. I have an offer to make to you. My new friends. It seems you intend to keep to keep the sparrow, and sail about and go to Grissenwald, and I will. I propose that I join your crew, that I stay on, and I will help you to. I will advise you on what to buy and what to sell at the towns, and I ask 10% of any profits. What do you think? That's a good deal.
That sounds great.
Of just
Sounds
the
wonderful.
sales.
The sales.
10% of the merchant.
We just have one sale.
No, you're going to move cargo, right? You're going to sell
Right.
this coal that you are carrying to another town, and then
Right.
you're going to use that money
Oh,
that you
yeah,
get from
yes.
the coal to buy another goods, and then move that along to the next
Oh.
town.
Yes,
Yes.
a normal,
Endless
legitimate
cycle.
business.
This is what most merchant vessels of this sort do. Mm-hmm. I mean, now you're already making a terrible mistake in bringing this coal back to Weissbruck, but that is fine. You maybe you can sell it in Altdorf, perhaps.
I want to be
But,
clear. We are not merchants, we are monster hunters.
Oh, really?
Right there with the
Did you not
honesty.
get that impression
Bam,
from
bam.
the whole killing of
Yeah.
the monsters?
Oh,
Honesty. Yeah.
Oh,
Did
I
nobody
see.
tell her?
I thought you
I
meant to make a claim on the boat and to operate it as merchants.
It was
We were
sort
going
of
to
as a
operate
lark,
it.
really.
In between monster
No, it's called the sparrow.
gigs. In between
No, you're right. I walked
The,
into that one.
the monster fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, probably with the merchant deals. We have a couple of contacts in Altdorf and in Bogenhofen, and I'm sure as we continue on, we'll continue to get more of our interesting, flavorful contacts that we've known. Right, guys? Right?
They are
friends like
interesting.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes. With
Contacts.
we know
our
a Duke.
In
Technically,
the business of hunting monsters?
No. Of certain different merchandise. But yes, monsters usually do tend to come with the merchandise itself.
What kind of?
It's not really
merchandise?
intentional. It's just,
It's not intentional. It's
Yeah.
more of like a finder's fee.
We save
they're
lives,
happy.
and then we
Well,
take
this-
the things of the things that were killing things. It's fine.
Oh, so I see. So you are generally in the business of salvage, but you
Yeah.
procure it in whatever
Right,
means.
right.
I
right.
understand.
Sort
But
of
not from
forced
like good
south.
people.
Well,
We don't do
but-
that to good people.
But that is a vast underusage of the cargo space of this vessel.
So was it yesterday, floating aloft with you shivering in the basement. I think this is an improvement.
Oh,
Well, I'm just trying to demonstrate my value to your enterprises. If you're going to be sailing about anyway, and you have all this cargo space, you might as well let me put some goods in it and sell them.
yeah.
You might as well let me put some
I
goods.
think this sounds like a fine deal, Rina. I think that's great.
That's great.
And sometimes we're going to come up with some interesting and unusual merchandise, is all we're saying.
I see.
From time
I
to
see.
time.
Well, I
I mean, we
I
could just
wouldn't know
talk,
what to do
you know.
about that. I
We
can
can,
tell
we
you.
can toss the coal into the river. Leave
Don't
her
listen,
at
don't listen to the little boy right now. Okay, so
leave her at
we're doing a real talk here.
Weissbruck, and we could just rid ourselves of
Back
the
and
trouble.
forth of goods. Whew, it's like fine to have a side gig, Bruno.
Yeah, hey Bruno, you remember how you have no money ever?
That falls
dead
squarely on your shoulders. That is 100% not my fault.
How would you
we
like
should
to
give
get
Bruno an allowance,
regular money?
If you want to throw 100 carls worth of coal into the river, this is
What?
your choice, I suppose. But
You idiot. God, Bruno.
Well, 100 Carls, okay. I mean, Treviano probably wants to throw it into the river. 'Cause that's what he does with all his money, but...
No, because coal is not
we're
money.
not.
Coal is filthy.
But not where would you sell the coal? Where is the coal the most profitable?
I would bring it to Bogenhofen.
Yeah, it's guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not going back
That
to
one's not
Bogenhofen right
happening.
now.
Yeah.
We have some issues with Bogenhofen at the current moment. We gotta wait for their. They've had a change in their economical. Someone help me
Leadership.
out.
Oh, really?
There
Yeah,
we
frankly,
go.
it's good that you're not going there. We saved you a lot of trouble for you going there. Trust us, it's a good thing.
Okay. There's some unrest or something?
Let me say that there was some real
good world.
big upheavals, some shadows. It's just not a great place to work right now. Okay, we gotta wait for that to clear out.
All right. All right. Well,
Yeah.
where else would you sell coal? Maybe Kemperbad would probably be a good place, or yeah, I mean you could sell it in Altdorf certainly. You will not get the best price, but I mean it's Altdorf. You can sell pretty much anything there.
It's all profit to us.
That is true. That is true. You do not need to worry about covering the outlay that Fritz was worried about. It's true.
Great.
Okay.
So you can sell it in Altdorf and then buy some paper, you said?
I would bring paper to Nuln if you are going as far as Nuln. But maybe you could... let me think. What... I mean, you were going through Kemperbad, right, to get to Grissenwald?
Yes.
What did Fritz say
How
about
is it
Kemperbad?
that both this woman and us are both in over our heads in very different ways?
He's doing fine.
I know in my heart of hearts I'm going to cradle this poor little woman's dead corpse in my arms in like 2 episodes.
Wow.
But I'm glad we're on the same page right now.
Well, look, you think on it. You're responsible for that now, and we'll deal with our usual stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
No
Well, you
problem.
could-
All right.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All right. You could yes, I will think of we'll see what is for sale when we reach Altdorf. Possibly there's something else we could pick up in Altdorf and then sell in Kemperbad and then do likewise again along the way to Grissenwald. But if not, then I would buy paper in Altdorf to sell at Nuln. That would be my advice. But let us see what they have when we get there.
Great. Huh.
That sounds great.
is
This
fun.
this fish is delicious.
Well, it's the last of it, so enjoy. Unless one of you wants to try your hand at fishing.
Did this woman grow a personality overnight? I can
She
fish.
does.
I'm
Yeah. She does seem to have
was-
loosened up quite a bit. She seemed maybe yesterday she was in a fair amount of shock, and she seems to have relaxed, loosened up, and is definitely perhaps did a little soul searching overnight. And
Seems like
Okay.
wallet searching, but all right. Yeah.
Good situation. Great.
Okay.
How
Why
long
are
were
we in
you
this?
sailing with them? Now, how long were you sailing with them?
3 years.
3 years.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, they hired me just to do menial tasks, but I watched Fritz. I watched what he did at the towns, and it seems like 3 years of watching Fritz is more experience than any of you have.
I have no experience watching Fritz.
In merchanting, perhaps.
Just his dead body, yeah. Okay.
Then hopefully I can be of use. But I mean, it is. I've never tried it, but I'm willing to give it a go.
Okay.
Me too.
I mean, if you are not interested, you could drop me at Altdorf, and we will go our separate ways. That is fine.
I think this sounds like a great arrangement for now. We might have some hitches once we get to Grissenwald. We have to stay there for a little while, so
All right. All right.
But we'll see.
She leans over to you, Bruno, and she hands you a bit of fishing line and a metal hook. She says, fishing is an excellent activity to keep the idle hands of a young man like you busy. And she gives you a little pat on the head.
I have a lot. Oh.
She goes. She briskly walks back out of the cabin.
Why don't you go fish us up something nice and big?
I'll do it, but not because Look, but let's just.
I mean, I could do it if you don't want to do it.
No. I'll do it.
You have to insult it.
No, you got to sail the stupid ship. But we're not like. She didn't help kill them or anything, right? Because it seems like she's really benefiting from this whole situation.
Really excited about it.
Kind of a quick turnaround, frankly.
So are we, honestly.
Yeah, but we
just
didn't
stumbled upon it. Yeah.
We pretty much plateaued the entire experience. She was at a -4 and is now at a 12, we pretty much coasted along at a solid 6.
Numbers.
Our friends of 3 years died.
Yeah, I mean, Yeffy has a point.
Yeah.
The Yeffers.
I mean, imagine
I'm gonna go sail the boat.
Imagine if the rest of us died suddenly, and you were left on your lonesome. That's the kind of experience she was in. And I feel like you'd try to make a profit pretty quick after that.
Well, now I'm going to keep my eyes on her and Trebbiano.
I don't think I think that far ahead, frankly. But I am appreciative you think of me. I'm going to go and sail the boat.
Okay. You begin sailing the boat. By late morning, you come across a bend in the river, at which point you can see an offshoot leading off to the Weissbruck Canal. It is very apparent due to the large lock that is there right at the entry to the canal.
Oh man, does a lock mean we have to deal with people? That's not going to look good.
Treviano, roll me an intelligence test to maneuver the boat into the lock safely.
Man, I want to lie about this. That's a 1. I got a 1.
We got a 1. Excellent. So you point the boat at the lock. It starts heading towards the lock. Everything seems great, and suddenly you think everything's going great. And then suddenly you see a whole bunch of people rushing out of the little building that's on the side of the lock, and they're waving their arms no, stop! And then whoop,
how is the boat that big? Oh no!
The boat basically just rams right into the closed lock, and it comes to a sudden jarring stop. Everybody, make me an agility save, please.
I'm just sitting on the edge of the boat fishing at this point too.
Yeah, great.
I failed my save.
16.
7.
15.
How'd you do, Yeffy? 10. Okay, Indigo goes hurling over the edge of the boat and splashes into the river.
I get a rope. I fling it in. I'm running. I fling him a rope.
Grab the fishing line. Grab the fishing line.
Oh my god, no, do not fish.
Eat this tasty worm. I have, Indigo.
So what are you doing? You cannot fish for Indigo. You need a full actual rope. Do I get him?
Yes, with some effort you manage to fish Indigo out of the water. Indigo, you take 2 points of damage from generally water inhalation and striking the side of the boat and fumbling about as they fish you out of the river.
Oh man!
And finally, having fished you out, you find that the whole boat has kind of like just pivoted and comes up against a lock on its side, and you see there's just a couple of men standing sort of alongside the lock, just sort of shaking their heads and looking at the boat, and one of them approaches, walks up onto the on the outside of this little building that's right there on the side of the lock. He kind of walks up onto a railing so he can get level with your boat. And he looks across and he says, you thought it was open, did ya? You know you've got to pay.
There must have been something with the rudder. I'm sorry, it won't happen again.
The lock looks all right. I can't say the same for a boat.
Oh. Does our boat not look all right?
It was one roll! God! I fucking hate this. This is like my one chance to be a sailor boy, and you take it away from me. Fine, what happened to the freaking boat?
You look down in the front of the boat, there's definitely a bit of damage on the front of the boat where it smashed into the lock. It looks still seaworthy and whatnot, but it doesn't look pretty.
That's a fender bender. That's no problem.
Gives it character.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get
Can we come in, please?
Fish.
What's that?
Can we come in, please?
You just got to pay the toll?
Mm-hmm. How much is he told?
Well, what is that? A 30-foot boat? That's how many passengers have you got?
Just us.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 passengers. That's two shillings per passenger. That's 10
No.
shillings.
I'm a child.
And
I'm just a young boy, so it's half rate.
It's no, that's not true.
Oh.
Full rate. 2 shillings per passenger, 10 shillings. Gold, Carl per 15 length of boat. That looks about 30 foot of boat there. So it's two Carls and 10.
Yes, fine.
Okay.
I pay it.
Excellent. You pay that, and then he waves down to the other two guys, and they start working a crank, and then slowly you can see the lock starting to open and fill with water, and your boat being right there and pressed against it, it just sort of gets sucked along with the water into the lock.
The maneuver we were intending. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of an unpleasant scraping sound as it gets pulled in there.
It's great. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's a good start to our merchant career.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do to my character today, Paul? Please.
Oh.
Come at me. Let's go.
We do need to resupply.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, you
that's
haven't
after
actually
we reach the city, though.
Yeah, you've only just reached the Weissbruck Canal.
And it's on the other side of the lock. Okay.
Oh, the lock just lets you into the canal. Here, let's get the map up. Let's get the map up.
Yeah.
So you've just entered into the Weissbruck Canal. Sorry, Weissbruck is right there at the canal. I'm sorry, I'm totally wrong. Yep. So yeah, we will say that yes, you have to get past the lock, and then Weissbruck itself is just there.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to stop at Weissbruck? Well,
Yeah.
I presume.
Yeah, because we're out of food. Yeah.
We need some supplies.
Excellent.
Apparently paper.
Not from Weissbruck.
Trivia,
So
doesn't know anything.
you steer your boat up to the weirs alongside, and you can see a harbor master comes and approaches your boat as you set out the plank. And he's got a book out, and he looks and he says, the Sparrow, you were just here 2 days ago. Welcome back.
Yes.
not so good down in Bogenhofen, was it?
You could say that.
Oh, yeah, it was just terrible. You know, I mean, there was just the merchants there were very rude, they were just terrible. They did not good prices. They just kind of turned us away. It was almost like they were hunting us, you know.
Not exactly like that.
How long will you stay in Weissbruck?
Just the afternoon, right? Aren't we leaving right away?
This is what I thought.
Just to resupply.
Yeah.
Just a day.
Well, you still must pay the port fees for a day. That's 1 Carl, please.
Being a merchant is more expensive. I don't know. Renat did not warn us about the fees.
Indigo pays it.
Excellent. All right, excellent. Indigo, you pay the man, and you are in Weissbruck. What do you guys want to do? The boat is tied up at the pier, and you've got the plank out, and the town of Weissbruck. You remember, you have a vague memory of being in Weissbruck once before. You seem to recall that the last time you were here, the boat you were on maybe caught fire, and you left very quickly. Those memories come flooding back. A man with a crossbow and a bloody altercation in the middle of the night.
Twinge.
Yeah. We don't have to stay the night this time.
Nope.
We should go restock, though.
Oh. Yes.
Go ahead, Indigo.
Indigo is going to go try to find a church.
A church to any particular?
Manon, I hope, Mr. Believer.
Okay.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay, Indigo's going to go find a church.
No.
What's everyone else doing?
Why.
Remember the dead bodies we have on our deck?
Yeah, no, now I do. Yeah. I think
I kind of forgot about those. Yeah.
I think Trevo is going to try to find a way to dispose discreetly of the non-human bodies.
Okay.
If you're taking responsibility for the human bodies, I can drag away and deal with, bury, etc. The non-human bodies.
I was kind of assuming that whoever I get to help with the human bodies would help me burn the mutant bodies.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Let's do that.
Yeah, Indigo will take care of the dead bodies.
Okay, Indigo's off to take care of the dead bodies. Treviano, you got any business in Weissbruck?
Well, my last personal goal was get a boat. So check. 1, gonna send a letter to my pen pal. 2, in Bogenhofen. 2, I want to get a Bretonnian dictionary because my ass is learning Bretonnian.
Okay.
Yeah. It's time to recover my mother tongue. Yeah.
Yeffy, any business in Weissbruck?
I'm just going to go and start to restock the boat for food.
Okay.
That's the thing we're actually here to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
I think we'll do that.
Okay.
Maybe get some lumber supplies to repair the boat with. Get a man to go help repair the boot.
Yeah, I want a masthead. I'm gonna buy one. Maybe not a big one, but like kind of a silly thing to hang.
Gigantic masthead is too big for it. It's like a fish.
Sinks the boat. No, just like a simple wooden thing you can. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay. So, and Bruno, anything?
I'm also going to find a place to send a letter from.
Okay. For sending letters, generally what you would do is write the letter, write out the address, and you would actually bring it to a coaching inn. And then usually the coachman, in addition to transporting people, will bring mail.
Great. I'm going to write a letter to Elvira in Grissenwald.
Excellent.
I don't know her address, so I'll just write Grissenwald, or her last name. So Elvira, Grissenwald.
Grissenwald. That's all you know. So yep.
In parentheses, beautiful halfling doctor. That's basically an address.
Excellent. Okay, great. Okay, so just real quick for general bookkeeping, for 5 people for a week of standard rations. Let's see. That would be 2.5 Carls. 2 Carls 10 for a week. I don't know if you want more than that. But more than that, then and you got to start buying iron rations because you need something that keeps longer. Is a week good, Jeffy? Yep.
Yeah, a week was fine.
Great.
So it was 10.
Yeah, 2 Carls, 10 shillings for a week for 5 people. Indigo, you find the Church of Moor. You have no problem there. You tell them you have some bodies to take care of, and they are very used to dealing with that. How much do you tell them about your encounter?
I tell them that we came upon basically everything. I tell them that we came upon a mutant attack, and we have the bodies of the sailors and the mutants.
Great. They basically the Temple of Moor basically considers it their duty to take care of situations like this. So they will put the bodies in a pauper's grave unless anybody wants to specifically pay for prayers or monuments or etc. But generally they'll throw them in a pauper's grave, no problem, for free, unless you want to make any kind of donation to the Temple of Moor.
I'll make a donation.
Great.
I'll donate 4 Carls. I don't know how much that'll get me, but
excellent. Well, they will put markers on the names of the people who have names that you know, which is 3 of them, and they will say prayers for all of them for you.
Great.
And they thank you heartily. Writing letters is fine. Feel free to maybe in between sessions, if you want to email me what your letter says, that would be lovely. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anybody's business?
Triviana
was writing a letter, right? Oh, and you were shopping for
a dictionary.
And a dictionary.
And a masthead. Maybe, like, a dictionary takes higher precedence than masthead. Masthead is for repair, like... Okay.
Unfortunately, you don't... So, walking around town, going to various shops, you ask about a masthead and a dictionary. A masthead you could certainly get. You can get sort of standard, bust of a woman or a fish head or a, Sigmar holding a hammer. If you want something custom, then you gotta start hiring somebody to carve stuff.
Another time, then.
Very good. Dictionary you don't find, not here in Weissbruck.
Bummer.
You find a bookshop, and the bookseller there tells you, "Oh, I'm afraid Bretonnian dictionary, we don't have that. You might try Altdorf or Nuln, but Altdorf is much closer. The colleges there might have a little bit more demand for such things in the big city."
Sounds good.
Excellent. Indigo, while you are out, as you're sort of helping the priests of Moor haul the bodies off the deck, they bring a little hand cart up to the pier, and you kind of haul the bodies onto the little cart, and then they start wheeling it back. And as you finish that, and you're standing there on the pier, 2 men approach you. They appear to be commonly dressed. They're carrying large packs on their back, which clatter with pots and pans and odds and ends. And one of them comes up to you and says, "Ah, sir, welcome to Weissbruck. Can I offer you the finest hog's bladders? Can I? Are you in need of storage for your fine goods? To seal your goods in your pots, in your jars. No.
Oh.
Perhaps you need a bucket and wash tub. I have a great wash tub here. And he starts pulling stuff out of his pack. Oh, perhaps sir needs a spigot for your keg when you wish to tap your keg. A nice new spigot. Indigo, you notice as he's offering you all these odd things, the man next to him looks you dead in the eye, reaches his left hand up to scratch the right side of his nose, and holds his other hand like this, palm up, palm facing you, with his thumb in his ear, and he looks you dead in the eye as he does this.
I go staring him in the eyes.
The two men look at each other and they smile and nod, and the fellow who's been trying to sell you stuff reaches out his hand to shake.
I'll shake his hand.
And he reaches out and he clasps your hand on the other side, and he's like holding your hand in between both his hands. He says, sir, excellent. I'm so glad to have done business with you. Here, I wish you to have this spigot as a gift from me. Please take it with my fine regards. Welcome to Weissbruck, sir. Welcome. And they just kind of like, they bow and they wave and they start walking away. And they quickly kind of try to disengage and leave. Roll me intelligence test.
Yeah. That's a 1. So 30.
Oh, shit.
Okay, great.
Oh, sorry.
You're just sort of, you're like standing there, you're looking at the spigot, you're wondering what the hell is going on, you're looking at them, trying to figure out what happened. Like it all seemed to have happened so quickly, your brain is just sort of catching up.
Are you wearing pants?
Before you can think to do something about it, they've kind of vanished back into the crowd amongst here on the wharf. And as you're doing this, as you're just sort of standing there looking confused, Trebbiano, you come back from your shopping and you see Indigo standing there, and he's just you can't help but notice his right hand is bright purple on the palm.
Indigo's?
Yeah.
I say, what?
Hey, Trev.
What's all this then?
I guess I got a spigot for free.
Okay, but what about why are you purple?
What? I'm not purple.
You look now at your other hand and you can see the palm of your right hand is bright purple.
What? I touch it with my other hand. Is it like paint?
It seems more like ink. You definitely your fingertips come away purple, and there's definitely something on your hand.
Can I read it?
Read it? I mean, it's just his whole palm is just purple. His whole palm is just purple.
Oh, I thought it was like a message that. Cool, got it. Nice.
No,
okay.
no. His whole inside hand is just purple.
What happened?
There were these guys trying to sell me something, and one of them did something crazy, like did this, and I guess this was a mistake. Listen, Treviano, this was not my smartest decision I've ever made, but I did the ear scratch thing because, secret handshakes, and then
no, that's the ones that we know. Yes, of course.
Yeah, and they gave me this spigot, and then this happened, and now...
Oh, that's a nice spigot.
It is a good spigot. I have a spigot. Did you buy a keg? What do we do about this? I'm going to follow those guys. Oh, spigot.
Do you know which ways they went? I'll go with you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was the intelligence test that you rolled a 1 on. So they managed to quickly get the hell out of there, and you've lost them. You look around on the crowd, and you don't see them anywhere.
I want to... So they seemed pretty, noticeable, right? They were carrying a bunch of shit. They were,
Yeah, they look like peddlers.
And one of them has a really purple hand now.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask around. I'm gonna be like, hey, I just had, to talk about these peddlers that I just met on the dock.
Gossip! You're a gossiper!
Roll me a gossip test.
Yeah.
God, it's so nice to have a useful skill.
As charming as he is intelligent, so hopefully this goes better. That's No, not much better. I got an 8.
Okay. You ask around,
better.
in general, you get people say, yeah, there's peddlers all over the place. Look, there's a peddler. Look, there's one. I don't know. There's a lot of people selling stuff.
Got it.
At this point, it's now late. It's around lunchtime, and Yeffy and Bruno return to the boat, having completed their chores as well.
Hi. Good news and bad news. Good news.
Great.
Good news. I got this spigot for free.
Okay.
Oh, that's
that's a
lovely.
good looking
That's a good deal.
spigot.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, did you get
That's
Did
great.
you get like a little wash tub? Because I want to start taking like kind of halfling baths, you know. So if you
Yeah,
get,
they just gave me a spigot. Anyway, the
Okay.
bad news is this happened.
What?
I showed my purple hand.
How did that happen? What?
is that a different color than it usually is?
Yeah. So there were
I don't
these
pay a lot of
peddlers
attention to it.
that came up to me and were trying to sell stuff, and then one of them went like this or like this or something, and then I did the ear scratch, and they were like, oh yeah, and they got looked real happy about it, and then one of them shook my hand and gave me the spigot, and then my hand was purple. I think it's that cool that I'm a leader of.
The opposite hand is purple than the hand he shook?
No, the one he shook is purple. This one.
Okay, cool, good.
So
it's not
he
like
gave you
weird.
the
The opposite
moose
hand.
sign, like
The
like
opposite
he called
hand
you an
has a
elf.
spigot.
I guess. Yeah, this hand
It
has
was
a
only
spigot.
one of the hands. So half
Yeah.
elk.
Wait, let me see the spigot.
Here.
Is there anything inside of it? Because it's
No,
a tube,
looks-
essentially.
Yeah, no, it looks like a normal spigot. You know, something you might. It's made of wood. It's not very good. It's
Oh,
not
I thought
high,
it was
it's
nice.
Not high quality. It's not a nice
When
spigot.
he-
It's a very workaday spigot that you could shove into a keg. And
Okay.
When he shook your hand,
Uh-huh.
he was handing you the spigot at the same time, right?
Well, you hand, yeah, you like.
Yeah, and did he do it in like a very large kind of fashion, like, oh, look at this spigot? So like if other people were looking at you, all they would see is the spigot?
I guess so.
I
Yeah.
think you're part
Right,
of some
you
kind
know
of
about-
backside deal.
Yeah, but for what?
Is there a
Well-
like inn or pub in town called the Spigot something?
I think
looking,
you know the spigot. Okay, that's fine. You know what, Bruno? You do you.
you do not see such a place. You see some
Forget about
familiar
this-
looking inns that you remember staying at when you were here before.
Forget about the spigot. The spigot is a con. Okay? It's
For
the
what?
hat. To give him
The
the purple
hat?
hand. Yeah. Listen, watch. Listen. Look, I got this really cool potato. See this potato? Isn't this a wonderful potato? Now I'm picking your pocket, but you're not noticing because I have a potato, and it's really interesting, and I love it. And now I have your
Did you
shit.
pick my pocket?
Yes, I did.
That's my shit. At least give me the potato if you're gonna, in exchange, if you're gonna take the stuff from my
Sure,
pocket.
you can
I
have
want
the potato.
Great.
What
Okay.
I'm saying, instead of taking your stuff, they marked indigo with the purple hand. Do these guys have tattoos? Did they have the purple hand tattoos that we found on the other guys?
They had shirts
Well,
on.
Those are the
Couldn't
same
tell.
wiggly ear guys, right?
Yeah, it is those
That's
guys.
the guys?
Yeah.
But why did they
I think
switch up
so.
their sign?
I think that's the sign they expected me to do when they went like this.
Oh.
Right? They went like this, and then I was supposed to go like this. Or
But how did you know which one to do first?
I didn't. They did it first at me, and I just did the only other secret sign I knew.
But
I
the
only
only
know the
one
one.
started with the ear.
So maybe
So
there's
are
a
we
kind of
staying in the city? Or are we
I'm saying that-
leaving?
maybe there's a purple hand party, and now he has like the mark that gets you in. Or
Yeah.
he's supposed to like do vandalism and just put that everywhere,
I don't
Right?
think so.
It's probably
That's what I
dry
would
by now.
Is it dry?
Oh. This is
Your
going to
mark
take a
now.
while to wash off.
Can you wash it off?
I mean, but what if it is a secret, like a ticket to get in? I don't want to wash it off yet.
We don't know where the party is.
Well, I'm gonna go find those guys.
How?
I'm just gonna go look for them. We have the harbor.
Gosh, that sounds like a great idea. Let's go. We'll look for some guys. This sounds fun.
In the city where we got our boat burned down last time?
Yeah,
That seems
Right.
unlikely to happen
Hunting
exactly. Yeah.
Listen,
Just because we
let's
killed
just go-
those guys doesn't mean there aren't more of those guys.
probably.
Well, there's at
Maybe
least
they're
two
part
more.
of
Let's
the
just
Purple
go
Hand
around
group.
giving people the elk sign. See
You
who
don't know
gives
if that
that.
works that way.
You know, thank you, because now we have the worst idea, and we can work up from there.
But they still
I mean-
recognized him, so he still cast her lever on.
Oh God, you're right.
That's true.
Am I? Oh, I won the lottery.
God, you're so
I'm gonna
wise,
make
so
some
smart,
biscuits.
Biffy.
What? I am not. That's the problem. It's like
Okay,
I'm a.
so-
Like I'm a. What's that word about the savant? Oh
Oh
boy.
gosh.
Whew.
I would love to hunt these guys down because I am sick and tired of being part of a cult that I didn't choose to join. But we have hunted these guys for a while, and if you all would prefer to move on, I will give up this chase.
Here's an idea. You go put on your fancy caster clothes again. Let's spread word that Caster Lieberung is in town. Let's get a room in the name of Caster
Spread-
Lieberung.
Oh, that sounds like we're gonna get murdered.
But
Well,
we'll
we'll
see
rent
coming
one
this
this
time.
time.
Okay, I'm gonna pay the harbor master for another day. Does that sound accurate?
I think, let's see what we can find in one day. I mean, if you want to stay 2 days, we could stay 2 days.
I think we should pay extra in case we have to do more and then have a quick getaway without being criminals.
Good idea.
Okay, I'm gonna
We'll take the
give
full day already.
no a chore to do that makes sense for staying an extra day. That doesn't involve cults.
Just tell her we're staying in town.
Right.
Ask her to walk patches.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
Patches keeps on sniffing those dead bodies. I was a little concerned, you know. He was really into those bodies. I mean, he was
He
like,
should really have not
his
been
nose is
snipping
right
the
in
mutant
there.
ones either. Yeah, he should not have been getting to the mutant ones. That was,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
anyway.
pretty bad.
unless Renat is herself a mutant, in which case she should not watch Patches.
All right.
So we're gonna party with the purple people?
Yeah. We're
If
gonna
we can.
somehow find them. We're gonna figure out where they are. We might give them weird, misleading hand gestures.
Wait,
What?
we don't know
What?
anyone in this city, so let's start from the bottom up. We have a peddler, and we have a gossip. We have a surgeon,
Uh-huh.
and a me. What do we do?
We can get a room at the Black and Gold, where we got attacked last time.
Just like old times.
Let's see if we can get the same room. I'd like to try to get the
Wait a
same
minute.
room.
Oh,
Hold
nice.
Just for, yeah.
Now, I'm not the sharpest harpoon in the ocean. However, don't you think maybe they would recognize the four of us? It was not that long ago, and
Yes,
it was
It
kind
was-
of bad.
it was weeks ago. And that's the point. They're
I kinda
supposed to
murdered
recognize
someone
us.
in that building.
Yeah, he killed a man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think there were two.
Yeah.
It wasn't the
At
first
least.
or the last time.
Listen, if you were an innkeeper and
Uh-huh.
your entire life was monotony from day to day, and you deal with the same
That's-
kind of people, merchants, small families, whatever, drunks in the city that you have to kick out of your inn, whatever, the same thing. And then a giant murder happens while the river is lit aflame as a giant barge gets sparked alight. You don't think you'd remember the faces of the people who then immediately came back?
You're making a lot
So-
of assumptions about the day-to-day life of an innkeeper. Maybe they leave. Maybe things like that happen all the time. Maybe that was
And-
blasé.
in our defense, we didn't kill anybody in the Black and Gold. We killed people in
Yeah.
the Three Trumpets. not the black
Right.
and gold.
Let's not go there. Yeah.
Just so you guys know, calling Weissbruck a city is a vast emphasis of its actual size. It's a small town, couple hundred people
I've
at
been
most.
thinking of it as like a river speed bump.
Yeah, it's not a big town.
So, Indigo, is this what you want
It's
to
got
do?
3 inns, but that's just because it's so close to Altdorf.
I would like to
I
give
will
it
do
a
what
try.
you want to do. Okay, let's
But-
go to the black and gold.
I don't want to hunt it for too long.
All right, you better
I've
put
been
on your
burned
fancy
before.
caster clothes then.
No, it's fine.
And work on your...
I have the cat-
Put on your fancy
I have
caster
the
clothes and do your rich guy walk. All right, but you got to do
I
the
could
rich
do
guy
my-
walk.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rich
there
guy
we-
walk
yeah,
over to the black and gold.
Yeah, there we go.
So you head over to the Black and Gold, doing your rich guy walk. Whole group of you. And what are you doing there? So you enter the inn. It is lunchtime, so there's a brisk bit of business. There's people here. A lot of folks having lunch. What do you want to do?
I'll get a room for the night.
Okay, easily done. Private room for yourself for the night. They will charge you. They'll charge you 10 shillings.
A private room for one caster Lieberung.
Do any heads turn? Do any purple palms face the light?
You say it. You look around. No. Oh, very very good, Herr Lieberung. And they put your name in the book, Herr Lieberung, and give you a key. Very good.
Great.
Here's your room. Here's your key. Don't worry about the stains on the carpet. It's not a big deal.
Oh my god. We got the same room.
Then should we try to find? I don't know, Yeffy. You're experienced with clandestine meetings and secret groups, right?
Yeah, sure. I
You've
don't just
befriended-
happen to me by chance.
So what do you do if you want to meet a secret group or something in a town you've never been to before?
Well, I usually find like where they're fencing stuff, right? Like hot items. So like the shop that has the lantern that's kind of broken and blinking, and there might be a cart outside that probably belongs to somebody else, but it has a for sale sign on it. Or like you're looking for stuff and you got maybe some interesting apparel in the window.
We can try to find some of
Perfect.
those.
Perfect. Yeah.
If they know anything about my hand.
With those kind of step-by-step directions, we can't possibly fail.
We can try. I don't know. Maybe they mark something with. I don't know. You know, these guys have tattoos. I'm sure they don't show them all the time. Maybe there's some buildings that have some interesting architecture or writing on it. I don't know. I can't read.
That's a good idea.
Fine. Could go
Yeah,
to my
so
original idea from like episode 5, which was to find a tattoo artist.
Um,
I doubt there's
We're
going
gonna
to be
get
one in
drunk.
the city though.
maybe I'll try. I can try asking around about like the about purple hands. Look for any purple hand marks on buildings, anything like that. Try to be like real conspicuous about it,
Sure.
so
Okay,
that if
great,
a secret
great.
society heard me, they'd want me to stop talking about them.
Excellent. Okay. So you're talking to people, but not so much because you actually expect answers, but just to be a loudmouth who's saying the wrong things a lot. Am I
Yeah.
reading that right? Okay, great.
Exactly.
Okay. So give me a fellowship test. Let's see how obvious you make yourself. So Indigo's going around the tavern and generally bumbling about and talking too loud about secret things. Bruno, Yeffy, and Trebbiano, what are you guys doing while he does this? Are you keeping an eye on him? Do you partake? Do you
I don't watch the door.
go elsewhere? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep a watch.
At the inn, at our room.
So Indigo, I assume, is down in the common room. He's talking to people, right? He's schmoozing. Yeah. He's and being very loud and obvious. So I'm just curious what you guys are doing while he's doing that.
Yeah, I'm trying to prevent people who are outside from coming inside who want to look like they kill him. Yes.
Great. So Trebbiano's working the door. Bruno, what are you doing?
I am going to go out and purchase a suit of clothing typical for a 10-year-old Empire boy.
The little sailor outfit with the shorts. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And then I'm just going to stroll the streets of the town, just picking random people to give them this sign and see if anyone does anything.
Very good, very good, very good.
Nice.
Jeffy, what are you doing?
I will also help Indigo in his speeches about secret societies.
Great.
So Jeffy will get up on a chair and be like, yes, that's right. Let's do a wiggle. Let's do a hand sign. Let's paint our palms purple. Where's the party at? Huh? Anybody got a party? I got a party. I got red hands. I got blue hands. I got yellow hands. Every hand's a color. You need a tattoo? We got a tattoo. Put it on your back. Put it on your tramp stamp. We got them.
God.
Excellent. Indigo, what did you roll on your fellowship test there?
15.
15. Okay, great. Trebbiano, make me an intelligence test, please.
You got it.
Look at this.
20 the easy way.
Great.
I'm rolling 2 numbers tonight, Paul.
Bruno, you find the outfit no problem. Costs 5 shillings.
Great.
And then you head back to the tavern. Trebbiano, you see as you're standing at the door, you see on the outside of the inn 2 peddlers kind of standing at the window, kind of peering in at Indigo. And you hear them actually with a 20. You hear them kind of whispering to each other. Oh, that's him. That's the guy.
I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna talk to Indigo.
Keep tabs on Indigo. Okay.
I slink away from the door and I tell him, I think it's them. I think the guys from earlier. They say it's you. They're here. They're looking at you. Don't look. Let's go get Jeffy. Do you want me to go follow them?
I'll stay in here. You get Yeffy. I'll keep him here.
Okay. I'll go get Yeffy.
Where are you going? Okay,
I pull her off
here.
the stool.
Okay.
We found our guys. You're good.
You found them? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, were those are those the guys? The guys with the hog ladder?
Like the people you used to talk to all the time.
Oh, those are my people. Those are my people.
Yeah, you could.
I don't think
You could go talk to them and be completely normal because you're so weird.
What?
I don't know if that's the plan. Let's go talk to Indigo first. Who's all the things?
Are we talking to the Indigo or are we talking to the weirdos?
Let's go Indigo first, and then we can go outside.
Okay.
Go talk to the
I don't wanna lose
weirdos.
them. We gotta keep looking at them. Keep looking at them. Make sure they don't go anywhere.
I gotta keep
Okay,
this
you
up.
wanna get
I'm gonna keep being loud.
I'm gonna go. I'll go talk to the guys.
Okay,
I'm
get
out.
in my backpack.
I'm going. Okay, I'm in the backpack.
Let's go.
My legs, wrapping my legs up and around Trebbiano and sneaking
Excellent.
down.
There's only
into the
one
back
way
door.
to do this. Let's go.
All right, so Yeffy's in the backpack. Trebbiano, you head back out the door. You can see the 2 peddlers standing there at kind of peeking in the window, looking at Indigo, who's continuing to very conspicuously mill about and look like he's trying to talk to people, but clearly isn't really talking to people. What do you do, Trebbiano?
I say, excuse me, and as they look, I turn around.
Yeah.
Oh, sirs. Fine, gentlemen. Have you?
They seem startled for a moment. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Sirs. Hi.
Hello. Are you looking for something? A nice piece of chalk and slate to do your figures on? One of them
Oh, sir. I
fishes out a piece of
think
slate.
That's a wonderful piece of slate. I think you're slightly confused. I think you are looking for something from that I may be able to be of assistance in, sir. Information exchange, sir. This is what we're looking for, okay? We're thinking, I see this potato. This potato is a very interesting potato. This potato has no hands, but if one of those hands were a hand, it would be purple. Does this make sense to you, sir? Because this is something of great interest to us. But be wary, because many eyes, just like the potato, are watching.
Really good.
One of them who's looking at you just looks completely flabbergasted, and he's like, but a potato, I have no need of a potato. I have some nice sealing wax. Perhaps you would like that. But while you're doing that, the other guy looks at you and he goes like this.
Dear
What
sir,
do you do, Yeffy?
we are but simple people, and I am that information exchange is not complete with your little wiggle here and your wiggle there.
So the guy who is doing this then reaches his hand out, claps the other one on the shoulder, and just says, "Run!" And the two of them just turn around and book it. They just start running. Clank, 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 pots and pans and buckets and stuff.
I want to throw my anchor at one of them.
Excellent. Roll me a ballistic skill test, please.
Now it's cool to throw heavy
I'm
objects
not throwing it at a temple,
Now
you
it's
dweeb.
cool,
I'm throwing it
huh?
at their feet to trip them up. Shut your stupid little mouth.
Yeah,
I'm rolling two
Aim at
numbers
their
today,
feet,
Paul.
yeah.
So was it the good one or the bad one?
It was a 2-0. It was a 20.
20.
It was a 20.
Wow. Okay. Great. Roll me some damage. Roll me some damage.
I want low damage here, right? Wait, if I struck locally with the anchor, it would be a D6, but since I threw it, is it different?
No, it's still D6.
Okay. Rolling two numbers today, Paul.
A 1?
So it must be a 1.
Yeah, it's
You
a
can't
one.
roll a 20.
Wow.
Okay. So Bruno, you have your nice new little sailor suit in a little brown paper bundle tied up in string. You're
I got
carrying
a big
it.
lollipop too. I assume
You've
that's
got a big,
something.
big lollipop. Great. You're headed back to the tavern, and just as you come around, you're about a block away. You come around the corner, and you see Trebbiano fling his anchor and nail a peddler in the back of the head, and the peddler kind of
I was
stumbles.
aiming for his feet!
Oh, you were aiming for his feet. Sorry,
Trim him up.
aim for his feet. That's fine. Natural 20. Yeah, sure. So just clatters into the ground on his feet. He trips up, kind of stumbles onto the ground, picks himself back up. There's another peddler who's a little further down the road and is just running. And then pots and pans clang, clong, 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 clong. And you can see facing you, actually, Bruno, facing you is Yeffy, who's in Trebbiano's backpack.
Can I get to the guy in time?
What's that? Sorry, there was a question from Trebbiano, which I missed.
Can I get to him? Yeffy is shouting for Bruno to go get him.
Let's roll initiative. You roll D6, I'll roll D6. We'll see who goes first here.
Well, I shouldn't roll a D6, obviously, tonight, so someone else should. Okay.
Just roll it and get a
3.
20.
Yeah, just roll
How'd you do?
20. Easy.
It was a 3.
A 3? That's still good enough. So sure, Trebbiano, you go racing up just as this guy's kind of picking himself up onto the up off the ground. What do you do, Trebbiano?
Yeffy on my back.
Yeah.
Did you get him? Is he done?
I try to pin him to the ground and I scream, Indigo!
Awesome. I will. Let's see. I'll go counterclockwise here and go to Bruno next. So Bruno, what do? You see all this now a couple blocks away, and Trebbiano's pinned this guy on the ground and he's yelling, "Indigo!"
And there's another guy running.
There's another guy further down the block who's running, and he's got all these pots and pans and little wash tub on his backpack that are all clanging and banging.
Look what time it is again, and I pick up a rock off the ground and I throw it at that guy's head. Well,
roll me ballistic skill.
No goddamn way. There's no goddamn way you also get a 20 tonight.
I just have the lollipop completely stuck in my mouth as I do.
No.
What have you done? What have you done, Bruno?
20.
Get the hell out!
Oh my god, we can.
All right, it's just a rock. Roll me a d4, please.
Let's see that 4.
God, why are we not an exclusively ranged weapons party?
No, I'm sorry. That's only 1 point of damage.
1 point damage.
Perfect.
You
That's
beam
what we
the guy.
wanted.
The rock skips off his head. You beam him, and he kind of stumbles and then keeps running.
Oh,
Yeffy,
rough.
you are on Trebbiano's backpack, and you're looking up at the sky because Trebbiano has pinned this guy to the ground. What are you doing?
You can get out if you like, but
Yeffy is going to try to kind of slide out of the backpack onto the ground and scramble to her feet to try to assess the situation. So she's looking around wild-eyed, like probably going like, for a moment, seeing Bruno in a child's outfit with a sucker in his mouth, and it's like, and then I'm looking down at the guy that Trebbiano has pinned, and I'm gonna try to just see if maybe he has a purple hand tattoo on his chest, or so I'm basically taking off this man's shirt in a way.
really
Because I'm Yeffy.
Yeah, no,
so
correct.
Yeffy's like, where's the purple tattoo? I know it's here somewhere.
Give me a strength test, and I'm going to give you a +4 to this because Trebbiano's got the guy pinned, but you're basically manhandling him, trying to expose to see if he's got a tattoo.
Just an 8.
That's including the +4.
Yes. I don't add
Yeah.
my level, right?
So-
I just add my strength. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So you grab onto his shirt and you're yanking and pulling, but he's kind of struggling, and the whole thing just becomes awkward, and you never manage to quite expose the spot that you were hoping to expose. Indigo,
Yes.
you hear your name being shouted from outside. Indigo!
I run outside.
You
Oh my
rush
God!
outside and you see this crazy
You
sight.
got him. And I'll run over to this guy and I'll like squat down so I'm in front of his face, and I'll like point at my purple hand and I'll be like, "Who the hell are you people?"
Don't you dare.
Okay.
We only got 1 minute left.
Yeah.
Don't you dare end us there, Paul. I will never forgive you.
I wasn't going to, but that's such a good idea. That's such a good idea, Fury. Thank you so much.
Oh.
I'm hanging up if you... No! What did he say?
He says, I'm Hugo! And that's it there.
Now that was something the innkeepers of the town have not seen before. I feel pretty confident.
I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure you're
I
right.
thought we
That
killed
seems to
Hugo.
have
It's a fairly common name.
been- Yeah.
It's a fairly common name.
Statistically, we did kill Hugo.
Yes.
Wow.
Excellent. All right, friends.
Yay.
Thank you very much. That's an exciting endpoint there for our session tonight. Excellent. We'll pick up right from that spot next week. So tune in, everyone, for the exciting conclusion. I don't know. The next step in whatever the strange conspiracy of the Purple Hand may be. We'll see you then. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.
Good night.